Hey peoples, Karina here. This video is not too much for the faint of heart. Okay? Because let me tell you, waitressing and witching go together. Anything dealing with people's food or working in hospitals or working in a hair salon where you can get either their DNA or you handle something they ingest, trust and believe. There's always at least one or two witches in your restaurant. How do I know this? I've been knowing this for a little while. But myself, I like to consider, I used to want to consider me Glenda, okay? But not now. I'm done with trying to be all Miss Mary Poppins and shit. Trying to be all friendly, hee hee ha ha with bitches. Because I'm kind of getting fed up with, you get these fake assholes get in your face and they tell you shit like, they pretend to be like you just so they can, find out information, look for weak spots, whatever. So this bitch, because I'm gonna say like this, witches are practicing witches, or even people who think they got an inkling of witchy in them. They can always spot another person with the same traits. Okay, whether they use them for good or evil. My thing is, I've been sitting up, being quiet, trying not to be super baneful. I mean, the most baneful thing I've ever done was to this 20-year-old motherfucker at the job. She was 19 at the time, trying to, it's like this. Sometimes when people will see like leadership on you, like you could be something in life, like you could have your own establishment and stuff. Sometimes people who are practicing witchcraft will attempt to do that shit on you. Cause they look at you as a fucking threat. When I ain't done nothing but try to be nice to this bitch, I never sat there and done anything bad to her until she tried to get me to, lose my job, of course. Now, I've only done 2 jar spells on her ass. The first thing I've ever done on her ass was a shut up spell in the freezer, which I've done before at an old job. These hoes walking around, and I know the shit worked at the old job. Because, first of all, if a person don't know nothing about witchcraft or don't know nothing about smaller spells or anything like that, they're easily susceptible to shut the fuck up when you do something like that, because they just basically running around like running their mouth just to be running their mouth and don't know what the fuck they doing. Like, I never wanted to practice magic on nobody. Seriously. Like heavy. Until I got where I'm working now. I've worked at different restaurants, and there's at least 2 witches that work in a restaurant. But I remember when I used to be a Christian, there was 5 working in one place. They was posing as friends. 1 or 2 of them told me the stuff they do. And then because every time something dramatic happened in my life, be like, oh, it's Jesus. And I'm like, you know what? Nothing pisses off a deity more than when you give another deity credit for their work. Found that out the hard way. Because if your ancestors are following you and they're like watching your back, and before you even knew that you could do anything, or before you even like started to recognize your power inside of you and shit like that, yeah, you got certain spirits that'll actually watch out for you and look out for you because you don't know no better. But then once you learn how to do shit, because I didn't even much know that the shit that I was doing when I was a Christian, giving credit to Jesus, when I was sitting up playing with dark magic using Bible scriptures. But anywho, and you can do them with the candles that's in the store, like regular ass candles. So once I got out of that shit, I was like, you know what? I am not. And when I found out what Christianity was all about, I was like, I'm done. Slave religion. Um, Practicing magic lets you be who the fuck you are. You don't have to like sound no specific way. You don't have to fake no type of way, whatever like that, just to be, to please a deity. And I'm saying it for lack of better words. Like to please, like when people be like, you must walk this way, you must walk that way. If you don't, you're not gonna be pleasing Jesus. You're gonna make him sad. Bitch, don't tell me nothing. So this little motherfucker at work on the job where I'm working at now, I've never had a passion in me to just sit and study day and night and day, research herbs, research this, that, or whatever like that, to want to get at somebody ass that bad. Because I don't give a fuck about you talking about me unless it would affect my money, my relationship, or my child. Now, the first actual baneful, really, really nasty ass spell I did was on my old employer that was stealing money from me. And I say stealing because, got hired under false pretenses, and he thought I was Spanish when I had my hair relaxed. And I'm like, no, I'm black. He found out I was black. And then he'd be like, you people need to be happy. People like you, I'm saying for how he said it, people like you need to be happy that I even let you work here. So either you allow me to take 33% of your money, because this motherfucker seen I was making like a shit ton of money every day. Like to the fact I could pay my rent in 2 weeks, have 2 weeks to do other stuff, what I needed to do, and have money in the bank, trying to live comfortable and everything like that. So waitressing is not a bad field to be in if you get to working for the right motherfuckers. So the worst baneful spell I ever done in my whole life before what I did now, but besides what I'm doing now, was on that old job. Because this motherfucker had a mistress as a manager. And I'm still not done with that jar. I'm going to feed that jar some more. Now, I've been digging everywhere for a business card, but I just went online, paid to find out some information or whatever like that. And yeah, so here's the deal. I put their ass in a jar. But little before I did that, before I stopped working there, every time this man took money from me, some horrible ass shit happened. Like, say he just bought a new car. True story. Bought a new car. Somebody stole that bitch out his driveway. He got another car. That motherfucker broke down and it was brand new. Then his wife got sick. Not that should matter, because he had a mistress that he just loved more than her. Because sometimes men do be loving the other bitch more, and that's why you got to fuck them up. If you having an issue with that, just fuck them up. Fuck it up. Best friend, won't you? Anyway, so he had enough nerve every time he was doing shit. Like, I did a black candle, like some simple shit, like, and then on top of a jar. Did some shit, sent all that back. This motherfucker had it so fucking bad. The restaurant kept getting broken into like every month. And just recently, maybe like a month or so, month and a half ago, almost 2 months, somebody broke in again. They keep fucking with his shit to the point they got strings, some kind of white rope tied from one thing to another thing. Their restaurant looked like it's breaking the fuck down. Them hoes sent people to go all over the area and surrounding to find out where I work so they could put a curse on my workplace. And they sure in the fuck tried that. So what I did is I fucked around and did a whole bunch of curse work. Not only did the motherfuckers like stop coming up there, but other customers that still go there and come to where I work, they give me little bits and pieces of information. So that's how I know my shit was working. And if you do your spells by your motherfucking self without other people helping you, it take a little bit longer. So you gotta have patience. When I first did it, I didn't think the shit was gonna happen. Not quickly. I knew it was going to happen, but I knew it was going to take longer. I didn't doubt it. I just felt like when you first do shit like that and you're like, hurry, 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 just do it and don't fucking worry about it. And then before you know it, some news gonna fucking come to you. So that's one thing I'm learning with all this here is fucking patience. Because that's something I did not have. Patience. So that was the worst thing that I've ever done, to the point to where they had to close down for a few days at a time to try to fix shit. And every time they think they're getting a breather, one of the customers told me that talks to this manager was like, wow, that man's really going through it. I mean, so sorry that this and that happened to you at the other place. It's like we would see how he talked to you and see how this and that, because the place is little and everything like that, and it has an echo. They had no carpet in there, so everything that's said up in there ain't no motherfucking secret. Okay? So they be like, damn, this man is getting his shit. And even when I worked there, they were like, they were like, looking at him, it's like, what's wrong? And he looked miserable, and he was like, man, I don't know what I done. I don't know what I done to get this much luck. It's like I couldn't have anything. You know why you couldn't? I mean, this dumb motherfucker actually told me exact words, whatever I wrote down on my petition, like, don't have this, that, whatever like that. This motherfucker basically said out of his own mouth the shit that I wrote down on the petition. He's like, I don't know why. He's like, oh, okay. So his fucking curandera side bitch, you know, doing fucking curse work for him. So it's like this. I'm learning how to go up under any type of shit. Like, I'm learning witchcraft from every single I want to say race, different cultural. I want to learn different types of cultures, witchcraft, so I know how to go up under shit. So I can go up under shit. And first of all, if somebody trying to curse me, if I haven't done anything to them, I don't like believe in no karma and shit like that. Because before I was even doing anything, bad shit used to happen. Now that I started doing shit, less bad shit happen. See how that works? I mean, if you sit there and be like, oh, it's gonna happen, then don't fucking do it. Then don't fucking do it. I don't feel bad when people come back and tell me the shit that's happening, going on over there. I don't feel bad, not in the least. Actually, that just makes me feel like, okay, well, you did this, but you could do this part a little better. That helps me to like learn more and tweak whatever the fuck I'm doing. So where I'm working now, I end up having to do a hex jar on this bitch that, you know, put it like this. A narcissist, a person with a narcissistic personality will be the hardest motherfucker, in my opinion. I don't know for nobody else, but in my opinion, that is like the hardest motherfucker to get at. And if you prick them any type of way, keep going for that shit, because it was fucked up. It was fucked up. The bitch was trying to get me to lose. Like everything. Why? Because I was coming in smiling, doing my job, but I was trying to be nice, and then be like, you know what, Karina, you talk a lot. We understand you're nice, but you talk a lot. So when I stopped talking, they got scared. It's like, got motherfucking down. Can't talk, can't smile, can't be nice. I can do it with the customers, but can't be nice to them hoes. But then when I get quiet, they want to go holler, oh, she doing something to me. Bitch, I'm not even fucking with you. You standing in the corner on your motherfucking phone, calling people, making threats, and basically talking about how y'all gonna go to the witchy store to get some shit on me. But when I threw y'all ass in the motherfucking jar, one bitch got uterus problems. The other motherfucker got sores all over her whole fucking body. Like, I put the damn shit on the... Dude, the first jar worked. The bitch pretended to change and be nice, and that's what fucked it up for me. Because when I broke the first one and was like, nah, she's changed. Bullshit. A narcissist will always fucking act like they've changed just to get in your good graces so they can get up under the motherfucking wire and try to chomp your ass. So the next jar I did, amped it up with worse shit. And the first one worked pretty good, But this one right here, they could try and do whatever the fuck they doing. And I say they because this little motherfucker, not even 5 feet tall, call herself trying to put a hex on my shit. So this bitch ended up getting her shit 10 times worse. Always coming to work talking about, oh, my credit cards have been stolen and this and that. And then she trying to pin shit on me. When they traced where her cards were, they found her shit in her own motherfucking possession. Bitch keep a nasty ass house and car and purse and she couldn't find shit. You know, and then she want to try to set me up to be like, oh, somebody's stealing from her. Bitch, I am one step ahead of you always. Always. So I started putting my purse in a different place. I sat there, built up me some protection before I did this second jar. The second jar is really giving her ass fucked upness because she ended up having to take a whole fucking week off to go get a full body physical exam because certain parts of her body breaking down and she don't even know why. She having like all kinds of fucking issues. All fucking kinds. Her mental state is getting fucked up and I didn't even use a lot of shit in that. I didn't even know nothing about getting poppy seeds to do confusion. Put confusion in the motherfucker through spells. So I'm going to feed some of that shit to that jar and really fuck it up, best friend, won't you? I'm going to add some of this to the jar. Because there's a whole bunch of other bullshit up in there that's really nasty that if I opened it, it probably would stink real bad. Just saying. Got chia seeds and alum for some other shit I'm going to do later. Got some more things in the fridge. So on top of feeding that jar, I'm going to fuck around and do this right here. Because if a bitch just keep coming and keep coming and keep coming, you and your friends can get the motherfucking business. And I'm not even going to fucking care. So the jar hadn't even been done that long. But already she had to take a week off from work due to all this other fucked up shit. Because in the petition that I put is basically every word she say about me or anybody that I love, this shit's going to hit her time 10. And she basically opened up to another coworker that talked to everybody and basically like, ooh, I don't know, so-and-so going through it. But actually, the spirit been showing me some things about this other bitch that, you know, she be around or whatever. That bitch in on it too. I mean, if you already supporting a man that won't even fucking work and you keep on popping out his babies and shit, and you trying to be the breadwinner, sell the weed and be the waitress and everything like that, and you open up and tell me that sometime y'all ain't got no food to eat and you gotta wait till whatever like that. I mean, bitch, we all go through shit like that. I've had times where I didn't have shit. But thankfully, I have good people in my life that actually like really got my back. Like I'm not backed in a corner by myself no more. I mean, I learned how to fight some things because I was used to being isolated. So with the fact that I was used to being isolated, that's when I build up my inner strength. So on top of that jar, doing that, with the fact tonight is Friday and tomorrow, Saturday, full moon will be in full effect. Soon as this store this lady at this store come back off of her break, I'm going to the little yerbaria and I'm going to get my other tiny black candles and shit like that. Luckily, I found a shit ton of white candles, the little 6-inch ones. I'm gonna do what I do with that. So I got them in there. I'm gonna go get me a few black candles from next door, and I'm gonna look and see what type of, make me some hot foot powder. Maybe go get some spider webs from outside. Maybe throw a little glitter up in that motherfucker. I'm talking about make that bitch extra. Okay, some red glitter, because I've seen it somewhere that red glitter boost up spells. So, okay. And other shits like this. When they found me some moss. Spanish moss from the dollar store. I looked up with that one because they had all these plant things like that. And I'm like, oh, they actually got that shit here? I'm like, shit, because I've been looking online, and that shit'll cost like more than $1 online. And I'm like, And because I couldn't get graveyard dirt from nowhere, I Googled to find out what can I use as a substitute. check it out. I can fucking use this. So the bitch got me all fucked up. Thinking she gonna do this and that. This is actually like my last resort. I've never burned one of these before. But as I know, as much intensity that I bring to the table and what I'm passionate about, and to find out somebody really close to me is coming out of the broom closet and actually, exposing a little bit more of what they know to me because they feel like they can trust me because I've been in their life for a little minute. Yeah, I got help. So there's that. And because I've been fucking up a lot of my bowls and stuff, because I've been looking for cauldron, I've been going to thrift stores, everything like that, because I be that bitch try to be cheap. Closest thing I found to that was this, which actually can work. It's fireproof for other stuff that I got like that, because I went and got like some ancestor money, or they say you can use like dollar store money, like the play money, shit like that. We're gonna do like stocking up shit for later date, because I'm not gonna be sitting up here be burning like real money like that right now. I mean, I did the real money before, but yeah, and it happens. It usually works pretty fast. So these, I knew about chia seeds, but I've never actually used them in a spell. Got that. I know I'm gonna need some of that. Alum be your best friend. You want to make a bitch shut up? Yeah, you can do this in so many damn ways. I done sat there and did freezer spells with, like, I done burned black candles and all kinds of shit. I've done freezer spells with lemons, limes. Actually did a spell with a big ass pepper, like for like how do you do chiles rellenos, but actually, I don't know, I had a big ass pepper with a lot of other peppers and shit inside. I don't know, I just be getting creative, but the shit works. And then there's this little nasty stinky shit. I don't want to get to shaking this around, because the smell of this is just fucking horrible. Smell of this is just fucking horrible. So we're going to put all those horrible, nasty things. We're going to feed that jar that I got going, since this bitch want to act a fucking fool. And I know that I have old jewelry boxes. I'll fuck around and do some kind of shit, whatever I got to do. There's a little meat market over there. I will go do whatever the fuck I got to do. Like, I will do whatever the fuck I got to do. Or if I got to take something out the freezer and let it spoil and fucking do some fucked up shit and put it on my patio, then that's what the fuck it's gonna be. Bitch want to play with your job, fucking with your livelihood, that's a no-no. You can talk about me much as you please, but do not try and fuck with my livelihood. I will learn everything I can learn to put your ass down, and won't feel nothing, won't blink twice. Couldn't find no cauldron nowhere, so shit, there's dollar store where you can get these little 3-piece stainless steel bowls. They pretty much fireproof. I mean, I say pretty much, as long as you ain't sitting there like putting it on a burner or something and letting it burn with nothing in it. These can fucking handle like bay leaves. You can handle paper petitions if you want to send that shit out by fire. And if I fuck these up, it came 3 to a pack. So I can always just go get another pack for $1. Yeah, $1, $1.29, something like that. I went and found these at a dollar store. These seem to work pretty good until I can get me a big ass cauldron. But bitches be trying it. Bitches be trying it. I got a shit ton of limes in the fridge, but limes, like if you doing something on a fucking narcissist, limes, shit with limes in it, if a motherfucker is like really content to still run their mouth, putting them in the freezer ain't gonna do nothing but slow them down just a tiny bit. I want that bitch laid out. Even if she don't die, I want that bitch laid the fuck out to where she ain't got no strength to fight, and cause the bitch to opt out herself. Pretty much. Because the bitch tried to be slick with this, oh, somebody take this from her, somebody take that from her. Bitch, I keep my purse in the office. Now, you really think you're gonna go in my purse and think you're gonna break a protection bottle when you don't know I have at-home protection bottles and I carry shit in my titties? Bitch, if I start unloading shit, like I have like a little, what is it? I have like a little mojo bag on this side. I can feel it over here. Not giving myself a breast exam. There's a little mojo bag in this side, and that little knee star is poking something that don't need to be poking right now because I'm fucking with it. The other side, I'll keep me a piece of black obsidian, or, I mean, shit, I'll work with darker stones on my person. And also inside of a little mojo bag, I have like a clear quartz about that big. But, I mean, look, you think anybody can tell I'm hiding anything in there? No, they think this is all me. Because that's all me. So, the bitch thought she was going to go in my purse. And obviously, she's like got up under certain things, you know. First of all, little tiny protection bottle. Well, the protection bottle I have is probably about that big or whatever like that. But did you honestly think that was going to be my only little bottle? Because I sealed it shut. When I went in my bag, back there where we all keep our stuff, this bitch not only went in there and broke the seal, because the dumb bitch thought that that's my only form of protection. Bitch, I got shit on top of shit on top of shit on top of shit over here, okay? So when she broke that bottle, when she popped the top, that's when all the bad shit started happening to her ass. What she didn't know was I had all these different candles lit on my altar in a pan with water underneath them in case some shit pop up. And you know what I found? There was a, how when I could tell, like, and I do this for a reason. I keep certain candles lit in the areas that I want certain things to come to me. And if it is like, if I'm looking at it and it's black from the top all the way down, somebody didn't send some shit to me. That's how I found out about the shit they was doing at the job and then put your labradorite under your pillow. You can fucking dream, man. I'm talking about you ask Spirit to show you stuff and be like, no matter how bad it is, I'll show you. Okay, they'll show you. Might be in your dreams, might be in front of your face, just depends. So we're gonna get into this tonight. But I have a few candles here on the table that I was like, I had them on the altar, and I was like, okay. One of them I threw away not too long ago because it was so bad. Like, it was blacked out, like, all the way. Because when I went to work, that candle was clear. And I came back home from work. It's like something snuffed out the light, like all the way through. It was still burning, but the soot on it was so dark, thick, black. So then I ended up having to do reversals in that area. Say you got a candle like this. This is a clear one that ended up burning after I reversed something. This was because I couldn't attract shit. If you can't like attract certain things, 9 times out of 10, no matter what you do, no matter how much faith you be having in trying to attract something, if somebody done threw some juju your motherfucking way, you got to get rid of the shit they threw at your ass first. Then you can do an attract or a blockbuster, anything like that. You can't unblock shit unless other shit is out the way. I mean, you can't attract nothing unless other shit is out the fucking way. So, because my daddy used to burn a lot of candles and shit, and I had always looked at it and be like, you know, what this mean, what that mean. He never told me. But, you know, getting older and shit, I started finding out and then looking at other videos and shit like that and be like, okay, how you can tell this, how you can tell that. There's this thing, something grotto or whatever online. It'll tell you about candles and the flames and just everything like that. So I ended up learning how to read my candles. So I would have them all out. And with this one and this one, I ended up attracting something like big with this one. Like, I guess there was a price, and I just barely found out about it a couple of days. I'll say yesterday, a couple of days ago. In my front office, they were closing out books to start new books, and then they ended up calling me, telling me that I had paid almost a whole nother month's rent with all the credit that I had. Because I guess when the rent was like a certain amount and it hadn't raised just yet, I was paying the raised price. Like, I got the dates wrong, the time that they were supposed to like raise the rent, because every so often they give you a little increase, and I was always paying the part, like the increase part. So when they told me, they were like, oh, we got a surprise for you. I was like, what happened? So more than half my rent is like paid, and I didn't even freaking know that I had that much of credit in the office. So yeah, this just basically brought, like, that was a little bit after burning this one. That happened 2 days after I burnt this one. It's a little foggy, but I mean, that's not a bad thing. All that's left in there are the herbs that I put in there and the bottom of the wick. That's it. But this right here worked the fucking fastest. Like a 33 Essentials, this one worked the fastest for me. This one I did like a little bit before that, but it's like with the bitch constantly at the job trying to do shit. Let me show you. Before I got the clear result on these candles, let me show you what the fuck was going on. Because I had one of these going. It's a little cloudy, but that bitch burned out right here. So I'm like, you know what? She not gonna stop doing what she want to do anyway. Because the bitch still talking, and that's what I gather from this. It was clear up here. She was trying to be quiet. Got down here and be like, fuck it. She gonna talk no matter what the fuck. You got to amp up the shit stronger. So I'm like, okay. So it's clear. I'm thinking, okay. Or cloudy or whatever. And I'm thinking, okay, well, everything gonna be fine. No, bitch. There's still a reason it didn't burn all the way down. The wick is still long in there, and it just folded over. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna do something stronger. But this one right here was like not the worst. I had one that was more worse than this. It was